4:39. Waiting for my brother to meet me at my house to go do some metal detecting. I think we're probably going to the bay again, because low tide was about 3:45, so we'll be about 45 minutes after the low tide. Low tide has been producing quite a bit of older relics, so I'm going to bring him back and see if we can pick some stuff up out of that. I'm also going incognito, driving with the hood up, which, as my wife recently explained, potentially is an illegal maneuver in New Jersey. But I argued it, and I'm not sure. It may be illegal to drive with your hood up. I'm going to test it out. Okay, the time is 4:54, and my brother just showed up. He's 3 minutes late. He's parking behind me to meet me here so we can drive over to Leonardo. And we're going to be driving over in the GMC sponsored Jim Curley Motors Terrain today. And we have 35 degrees outside temperature. I don't know if you can see this, but there is a cup of coffee and a peanut butter sandwich on 2 slices of multi-grain organic bread, waiting for this schlep to come over and eat his breakfast on our way over to the beach. But if he doesn't get in this car in 3 seconds, I'm throwing that out the window and he can eat it off the ground. Yep, let's go, let's go. And it's gonna take him probably 3 minutes to get out of his car, grab his stuff, put it in the back of my car. Valuable searching time is being lost as we speak right now. He's gonna brush his hair, which there's absolutely nothing up there, so I don't know what he's brushing. And here we go. Let's do this. Tick-tock, 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 tick-tock. The lights are still on, but nobody's home. All right, let's make this happen. Once again, the outside temperature is 35 degrees. There is a dusting of precipitation in the air. It is supposed to rain today, but not until this afternoon, so I think we should be good. And here comes the detecting partner, opening up the trunk of my car to put his mechanics in. Yes. Whatever. The man, the myth, the legend, back from Dead Horse Bay yesterday in Brooklyn.
Here he is.
Recommending it as a hot spot, which I have never been to yet. Thanks for going without me.
See the picture last night?
Yeah, I saw your pictures. He didn't get much, but I saw him. Actually, it was a lot. Joke. Welcome, partner. Welcome. 4 or 5 o'clock. You made it. There's your food.
Can't beat that.
And we are off. Right here. It's now 5 a.m. and we are walking onto the beach. Obviously, it's still dark out. The sun hasn't come up yet. In this section, it's about 38 degrees. There's no wind. The tide's going to start coming in, but it should be low. And we got the whole New York City skyline. That should be Brooklyn over there, Staten Island. Some weird artistic expression from someone on the beach with some driftwood and beautiful tire. Let's see what we got. It is quiet out there. I'm going to try to live dig this signal. It's a nice signal. It's an 82, 83. It's either saying dime, something silver, or it could just be chunky aluminum, because there's a lot of aluminum on this beach. Just up, nope, looks like a piece of brass. Brass piping. Yep. Piece of brass. Bring that to the brass guy, the brass man. As of right now, tide isn't quite as low as I thought it was going to be, so I can't really hit the low tide mark. But I got a handful of brass pieces and a couple pennies, really corroded pennies. This beach never gives up coins, it always gives up just relics. There's an old piece of a really old brass lure. That's a cool little brass piece. Part of a light bulb, pull tab, 2 pennies, and some lead. I like that little brass clip. We've taken our second part of this trip down to Seabright, where I've kind of snuck underneath the boards in this little area where I know there's old sand. And out of this little hole, I just pulled out a token. It says, you can see it, prize winner, Golden Tone Radio, Blue Ribbon Award, Modern Plastics. Make every day your lucky day with GE Radio. Huh. I have to look that one up. I have no idea what that means. Prize winner. But I am a prize winner. That I'm going to have to put up against my brother's mercury dime, because in the first part of our little hunt, he pulled out a mercury dime and a really cool brass swordfish medallion, I think. We'll show that all in the wrap-up at the end. Well, here's a quick, fast recap of my brother's finds. He's got 2 mercury dimes, 1 wheat penny, and a really cool swordfish, brass, whatever. Probably was glued on something. 2 mercs, a wheatie, and the brass thing. I wanted to shoot a quick video of, just in the past year, the lead I've collected off the beach. This is only in the past year. It's the first time I'm actually collecting it all. Usually I just throw it in my recycling bin, but I'm going to bring this to the recycler and try and just sell all this lead back. But that is off the beaches in New Jersey. That is 1 year worth of lead. Now I've heard that they are trying to legalize using lead weights for fishing and lead bullets for hunting. Yeah, that's a tough argument. That's what I just pulled off the beach in just 1 year. Here's the recap I told you I was going to do. I have stuff laid out on my little desk here. Before I show you a picture of all the stuff, I'm going to really quickly individually show you some of the stuff. This was, unbeknownst to me, just looked like some brass wire, but it had some kind of specific twirling to it. Until I got it home, I didn't realize initially it made me think of an old mechanical pencil, and when I stared at the end of it, there was a little bit of graphite in there. So then I took a piece of paper and sure enough, drew with it. That is an old innards of a mechanical pencil, all brass, with a little graphite or lead, whatever that was they used for pencils back then, still in there. Then we had a whole bunch of brass pieces. I think this was part of an old, maybe license plate or some kind of number tag. It's lead. And it says 272 on it. I got a big Hopkins lure. That's a good $5 find. Just throw a hook on that. The old Hopkins #4. That's a big one. This fishing lure It's really in the shape of a snake, but has some fins on it. Has a number 14 diamond lure. But that, I'm guessing, is pretty old, because that is all lead. And it was tied on as a lure. There was probably a hook in the back here, and I guess it went along the bottom. But I haven't seen a lot of full lead lures. I mean, lead weights. As you saw in my prior video, all those lead weights I've found. This is a lead lure. Another piece of brass. Has some etches in it. I don't know if it was some kind of measuring tool. Here's another piece of, they made everything out of lead back then, until we realized how bad lead was. They used it a lot. That's the top of some kind of container that probably squirted oil or something out of it. And back to the lead again. I always like finding these things. These are bag seals, lead bag seals, because you can always make out some kind of writing on it, although this time this one has a 4 on it, and this one definitely says something on it, but I haven't been able to make it out yet. There's some lettering on it. And there's the bottom of an old Hot Wheels car. It's a 1979 date on it. So we're into some old stuff. But probably the coolest thing I found was this token, which you show the video. I found this underneath the boards. It's a prize winner token. Golden Tone Radio Blue Ribbon Award. Modern Plastics Competition Award. Arts and Science. Make every day your lucky day with GE Radio. So that's pretty cool. I'm trying to argue that that's better than my brother's 2 Mercury dimes, but he's not having it. So all in all, in about 3 hours of detecting, here is the finds. Some sea pottery, some sea glass. We have 3 nickels, 2 dimes, 8 pennies. 4 were trashed, 4 were a little older, so the metal was better and it didn't get corroded as badly. And then we have just my little section, my swords, my collection on one section.